Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this petition of my dear sister, Senator Mariam. Mr. Speaker, one of my biggest problems with Kenya Power, and I'm in the Senate Energy Committee, is that the records of Kenya Power that their land is all mixed up. So it's very difficult to be able to tell whether these properties which were demolished were actually along the way live of Kenya Power. Hypothetically, Mr. Speaker, if indeed the properties were built illegally, I've read through the petition that there are various things that happened, that the former president issued an executive order, and I was just consulting with the senior counsel whether those executive orders lapse, and I was told that as soon as that president is gone, that executive order also dies. But in the interests of human beings, Kenyan citizens who reside in a particular area, why would it be so difficult for Kenya Power, for DCI or the DCC to be able to sit and discuss with the residents of the area and say, we will look for a suitable place for you to move, or at least they are given an opportunity to move? If indeed, Mr. Speaker, the issues which have been raised in this petition are accurate, because I've also noted that the residents went to court. And the last I checked is that if this matter was in court, then this House should not be entertaining it. So I'm a little bit perplexed, Mr. Speaker, because in the petition it says that the residents did go to court, and when they went to court, if you read number 6, it says that the resident filed 2 suits, and it names them there. And then it says that to stop the demolition of any forms of damages to the properties, but KPLC blatantly disregarded the said court orders issued on the 5th of April 2019 and 14th March 2019 respectively. Mr. Speaker, what I do not know, first of all, and maybe Senator Mariam can be able to clarify this, is whether this matter is still alive in court.
Senator Ledama, just have you said. That is a very valid concern. We cannot commit a petition whose subject matter is live in court. So, Senator Mariam, you're the one who brought this petition on behalf of the residents. Kindly confirm to the House that there is no dispute pending, not just in court, but in any other forum where this matter is discussed.
Thank you, Speaker. Like I said when I am reading the petition, it is not live in the court.
What was the determination? What was the fate of the 2 suits that were filed by the residents?
It has been withdrawn.
Thank you. Proceed, Senator Ledama.
Fair enough, Mr. Speaker. The issues of subsidies are things which are of great concern to me. Because if a matter is live, but the way it appears is that there are orders. These orders do not cease to exist if they have not been complied with.
Dama, yes. I think Senator Mariam has said the suits were withdrawn.
No, Mr. Speaker, I'm okay with that. What I'm just saying is that I'm still grappling with the idea that a court order would be issued and a publicly traded company. You know what people seem to forget is that Kenya Power is owned both by individuals. I've got some shares. I'm sure some residents here, it could be 2 or 3 shares you have, or 200. And even those residents who are evicted. And the government owns about 51%. But what I fail to understand is why we would, Kenya Power as a publicly traded
company. What is the
company.
point of order, Senator Cherangei? We need to conclude on this matter.
Mr. Speaker, I rise by your Speaker's rules, rule number 5 on dressing of the senator. This is unrelated. Mr. Speaker, sir, if you see the trouser that has been worn by Senator Gloria Orwoba, You know, we give evolving.
Senator Chirangei,
Yes.
allow Senator Ledama to conclude. You're supposed to rise on a point of order on the senator who is speaking.
Okay.
So let him conclude, and then you can prosecute your point of order. Conclude, Senator Ledama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me summarize, because I was really trying to prosecute on this matter, but because of time, I fully support this petition. And I do hope that by the time this matter is brought before the Energy Committee to look at the conduct of Kenya Power and Lighting, all those residents will be brought. Mr. Speaker, when you read that a resident committed suicide because they did not have a home to go to, when you read that houses were demolished even at night, when you read that the former president had issued an executive order to stop those demolitions, but no one respected them, then you begin to wonder if there's a quota of companies in this country that are above the law. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm of the opinion or the view that we may need to really look at our standing orders when it comes to the issue of petitions. My concern, as the reason as why I'm raising that issue, is that most of the time we will carry out this investigation, we'll call those people to come before us, and then what will we do? We will finally give Senator Mariam, who has come with the petition, the report. This is the report. Then do what? That is the biggest problem that I see, Mr. Speaker. I think since we do not have an implementation committee in the Senate, all committees are supposed to sort of like self-implement. But I think it's about time, as the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, for us to be seen as solving issues and to give confidence to citizens that whenever they bring a petition, we can actually give results. We may need to relook at our standing orders. We may need to think, how do we follow through? These are Kenyans who have a right to live in this country. Their rights have been violated. Kenya Power and Lighting have attempted. In fact, even in Narok, sometimes, Mr. Speaker, you'll find that they will go and they will say that these houses are built along the way live. When you follow, there's no way live. So those are the things that we need to follow. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm looking forward to investigating this petition. I hope you will commit it to the Energy Committee so that we can be able to follow through and ensure. And I want to assure the people of who are affected. These Kenyan citizens, there are about 10 of them, we will do everything possible to be able to make sure that if it is compensation, if it is your rights are respected. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.